is up, my VDubz crew, and welcome back to another Hytale episode. Or is it a Minecraft episode? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be comparing one house, two games. Let's see how this goes. I have already built both houses. One is kind of on the unfinished side. Unfortunately, I am doing it in survival. And the other one I am doing in creative because I really wanted to show you guys what the potential is of the game. So let's get into it. So here we have Minecraft. I am playing on Optifine, and I believe it is 1.21.1. It's not the most recent update, but I am not fussed. I do apologize for the rain. I am in survival right now. I can't turn it off. But this is the house, and honestly, I actually really like it. It isn't finished in terms of the details or in terms of kind of like the little finer bits, and that roof is missing. But let's have a look at the rest. So at the moment, so you've got these little bits like a lookout. It does look really nice. You've got the back area with lots of fences and gates, and the wooden details are actually really, really cool. So I have tried my best to kind of like replicate exactly to the T, within limitations, what this creator on this tutorial has given us. So I took a YouTube tutorial of a house that I really liked the look of, and I was thinking, you know what, I want it in my Minecraft world. So this bit isn't finished. You've got the top bit, which isn't finished either, unfortunately. But for the most part, I think I've managed to get at least something of this house sorted, and immediately I've already seen quite a few things which work in Minecraft, but they don't quite work in Hytale. And I want to show you a few things. So like one of them being this door. If you guys want to keep it in Hytale, it is up to you, but I'll show you the difference in just a second. Another one being that the fences and gates. So the way that the fences and gates in Minecraft are different from the way that they work in Hytale. And then on top of that, the trapdoors as well. They are completely different. So with this trapdoor, you can either have it on the top section or the bottom section, of a block. But in Hytale, you can't do that. And then last but not least, one thing I really want to... nearly finished. One thing I really want to show you guys is the floor pieces. So with this design, one of the really key parts was the floor, wherein they are half slabs for a lot of this build. You can't do that, like, easily on Hytale, and I will show you guys. So this is the world that I have joined for this exact same house, and as you can see already in my inventory, I've chosen a few different materials, and honestly, I actually really like it. So I'm going to show you guys this house first, and this was the one where I put in most of the details, and thankfully, oh my god, I love the creative world in this. You can copy and paste. It is amazing. I absolutely love it. But apart from that, we'll stray away. I want to show you guys the differences that I have already mentioned in Minecraft versus Hytale. So one of them, hold on, let's actually get rid of that. There we go. One of them was this first bit over here. So the doors in Minecraft, as you have seen, and as most people know, they go right up to the edges and they come quite flush with the next block. This, however, does not. It is a center-only item. So if I want to put it anywhere, it will always be in the center of a block. Which, in some cases, such as this door and this door, it works. But in other cases, it really, it doesn't. So let's get rid of that. For this case, it's kind of an issue. But it's not too big of an issue. We can always get rid of it, or we can put something else in its place. Then the next one was the trap door. I'm still having difficulty with the ladders, unfortunately. Now, with the trapdoor, I have in fact tried to get it on the bottom section of the blocks, but no matter what I do, it will always be on the top part of the block, which means that if you want to do anything, you're going to have to get rid of that top piece of ladder and then jump up for the rest of the way to be able to get anywhere. Now, another thing that I said was about the fences and gates. The fences don't work the same in Hytale as they do in Minecraft. So, in Minecraft, they become a singular pillar. In Hytale, they stay whatever piece you tell them to. But then, say for example, if you do this, then they turn corners, so it's only within attaching them to something else that you can get that singular pillar look on a single block. This is a little bit of an issue in terms of if you're trying to match a design bit by bit. So for that, I have actually kind of gone past it with something else. I have managed to use this thing, a beam. Now, beams, whilst they don't attach to anything, they are a singular block, which is really handy, and you can use them as your kind of, like, quote-unquote fence. They won't have the same kind of, like, properties as a fence, wherein you can't jump over them, that sort of stuff, or for animals, but they are good in terms of a singular post. With that being said, I have taken some creative liberties. If you watch the video that I followed for this tutorial, you will probably see that these are meant to be gates and not fences, and these are meant to be fences, not beams. So within that, I have had to kind of go through a few different kind of like creative liberties for that. Mind you, not entirely creative, but I've done my best. So within that, you can probably see the difference with the fences and the gates compared to Minecraft. So within one of the design choices that you get to see within this tutorial, there are different items, but I believe it's actually gates. And then on top of that, you get campfires. Now, unfortunately, campfires don't fit in this space on Hytale. And it also kind of like doesn't help at that point that these things kind of like exist, which actually is really confusing to me now. Okay, I kind of overcomplicated it for myself for a second there. But within the video, there is meant to be a Minecraft fence and then a Minecraft campfire. I have not been able to put a campfire here. If anybody is able to put a campfire here, let me know. And then I'll probably kind of like change things around. But yes, so that's just one of a few things that I found were different. And one of the other things that I found as well, since you can't use fences and gates and stone walls the same way in Hytale as you do in Minecraft, I've again used beams to be able to kind of create that that fence kind of like look. So normally if you have a Minecraft fence in this area, it would attach to the next section, but if you put a Hytale fence in this section, it doesn't do the same thing. It kind of just sticks out. And with that, and with the furnace chimney, I have also decided to use... This time it's not been beams. This time it is concrete pillars or stone pillars, because it is as close as I can to the effect of what a Minecraft fence or a wall can do. So again, with a fence or a wall, it doesn't have the same kind of like look when it's not attached to anything. When it is attached to something, maybe one side will be, or the other, or both, it'll change its look up a little bit. But within that, I have tried my best to kind of replicate what was intended within this design. So, for that, this is the finished product of said tutorial. With the different techniques that I had found, you're going through the tutorial and trying to kind of replicate it as best as I can in Hytale. It doesn't exactly look amazing. Again, one of the few things that you can't put on the bottom section of a block is a platform, which I'm assuming the platform is mainly used as another floor. And of course, fences don't always attach to the next thing above them. So for things like this, which the platforms were actually meant to be campfires doused and just like turned off, this is about as close as I can get for the design detail part of this tutorial. So then we've got this house, which is about as close as I can get to the Minecraft version. But then we have these two. So whilst the rest of the buildings are the exact same as this one, I have in fact changed the roofs to kind of see what Hytale can do with the different structures that it uses. So you've got a normal right angle, you've got a very sharp 2x1, and then you've got a very low 1x2. Well, 1x1, 1x2, 2x1. And for these roof pieces, things can look very, very different compared to what you would do for just stairs. So this roof had stairs, and then these two had different variations of the same type of building structure. So within that, I have actually just used the 1x2 tall roof structure and the 1x1 short right angle structure to be able to kind of emulate the same look, or at least the pointiness of this roof. And I do like it. It's different, but it's a case of it does its own thing. Within that as well, as you guys can see, this roof piece has a bit of brick underneath it. Whereas these ones, they don't have that same right-angled look. So, of course, these things, they do tend to differ for person to person on what they want to do. So then another thing I wanted to do as well was kind of make this look as smooth as I could. It wasn't exactly easy, but I got here in the end, I think. So again, the rest of the building is the exact same as these two. And again, I have used a different roof tile to this one. It's made from the same kind of... it's made from the same structure types, but it's got a different design element, which I think is really, really cool. But so far, I think what I might end up doing is... what I want to do is kind of like find other tutorials, other house builds, and other like really like grand kind of like ideas where it works in Minecraft, but in Hytale you have to do something else with it, because a few of these things you are able to do, and really quite a few of them you're not. So within that, I want to be able to find a few different things, and I want to be able to kind of explore so much more in terms of what you're able to do for Hytale and for so many other things. And I think I'm going to be spending a lot of time on this world as well. But until the next video, if you guys have a Minecraft tutorial you want me to try out, let me know. Put it down in the comments below, or in my Discord as well. I will be revamping it a little bit, seeing what I can do for you guys to make it more of a community hub, and also for me to let me know what you guys want to see. And I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, subscribe. Bye!